So we're here at the start for the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup. This time the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup is for junior women's quadruple sculls. There are 4 women, the might of Marlow Rowing Club, and that's Kath's club. She'll talk a lot about them as we go down the course. And Charlotte Fennell just saying good luck to Izzy Bird behind her. And the camera pans back over 4 women from Headington School. And not as big, not as powerful in terms of the scores on the rowing machine, but they are in with a shout in this race. Very competitive. 4 girls from Headington School in Oxford.
Part of a phenomenal programme that's been building now over the last period, so a lot of racing practice and experience there. Some excellent racing from the Marlow crew over this regatta so far.
Mostly poised on the start, just those angles are almost perfect. Little correction from Tasha Strodberg there at the end of the Marlow quad. Absolutely straight, just as they squeeze. And nicely off the start from both crews.
Yeah, good clean start, really great angles, aren't they, in both crews, very well drilled. A little bit of coming into the middle from that, from the Headington crew. Both part of really well drilled programmes, technically very good crews. We'll have to see if the power of that Marlow crew can come through. They've been having a great regatta. They had a mishap at Henley Women's Regatta. They hit a bird in one of the races. They went out, even being in a winning position, and it was one of the biggest learning curves for them. They really thought then about planning for scenarios, and so they're planning for all of these scenarios. They'll be thinking through, and they're feeling really well prepared.
So power-wise, Kath, these Headington women are probably losing about, I don't know, over a 2K test, something like 10, 12, maybe 15 seconds a woman to the Marlow crew. I mean, what difference will that make?
I think if you can get all of that power of the ergo into the water, it makes a difference. But we've all seen a lot of crews, a lot of power who haven't won. So, you know, in a quad, it's all about that unison, isn't it? So difficult, so important to be exactly moving, perfectly synchronised, so that you can get a lot of boat speed from that. But I have to say at Marlow, at the moment, have got the synchronicity and the power going their way.
So the semi-final of the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup, we are about 400 metres into this race, 2,112 metres the race will last, and Headington have stopped the Marlow Challenge. To my money, the Oxford School are moving back a little bit, which will delight their coach Ryan Demain, the South African, who's done so much for the Oxford-based school, not just for the school, but for British junior women's rowing, and absolutely an inspiration to any coach to watch what he's done in his programme, the thought he puts into the girls' nutrition, their sleep patterns, you know, when they train, the kind of tapering, everything that he does is just so impressive.
It's an incredible support system they have there, the phenomenal level of both the physiology side of it, the technical side of it. It's been there 15 years and building a programme, and they've had incredible results every single year. They'll be looking though to see what they can do in a quad. They're more known for their 8s racing and dominating that schools.
Yeah, and I think they're just about to, or maybe got planning permission for a new £2 million boathouse on the stretch between Oxford and Wallingford. So together with their new gym, you know, they've got all the facilities they need to take their women into success. And the Headington women in blue on the left of your picture. Well, let's talk a little bit about these Marlow women now, Kath.
Yeah, so
coached by Penny Thatcher.
That's right. But they've had some extra help in the last few weeks from Pete Chambers, and he's been really building their self-belief. It's been a great match-up. He's having a little bit of time out, having had an operation, and wanted to get into some coaching, and he's really helped them build that self-belief. I think they've used the frustrations at Henley Women's Regatta to great end, to go, okay, we're not going to let that happen again. And there's just a huge learning that's come from that, and they're on that improvement curve now. They're very, very driven women. Penny talks about how impressed she is by them, how driven they are to get things right and constantly improve.
So in bow we have the 18-year-old Tasha Strudwick. We're looking at the Marlow crew now, and she's in the GB junior system off to one of the American universities. I think at the end of this season, Tasha Strudwick. In front of her is Daisy Bellamy, also in the British trialling system in the 2-seat, the 17 years of age Daisy, and then Izzy Bird, really powerful in the 3-seat. That's where the sort of power in the quad, you really want that seat to anchor it. And then stroked by the 18-year-old Charlotte Fennell, who was in the British Cox's 4 last year at the Junior World Championships, finished 7th. She stroked that boat, didn't quite make the A final, but I'm sure, as you know, Kath, that sort of experience stands you in good stead in pressure races like this.
Absolutely. I mean, these are future Olympians, aren't they, that we're looking at? These are all, they're all in the current GB trial system, being involved in, and you know what great prospects. They're just on that fantastic learning curve. They're soaking up, absorbing what they can from Penny, from Pete Chambers, and you know, by being part of this event, rubbing shoulders with so many others. Of course, they've got lots of contact with the great tradition of Marlow boys rowing, and you know, picking up the experience they've had there. Looks to me like Headington putting in a bit of a push, aren't they? They're coming back to challenge.
I think that's a stunning scull from Headington. I mean, they are definitely missing out in terms of power, what they can score on the ergometers in terms of weight. You know, they're a smaller quad, but they are really putting it in to challenge Marlow, put them under pressure. Marlow have just been in that rhythm, pretty bulletproof the whole way down. This is a kind of make or break scull for the Headington crew, and you've got, well, that's the back of Hannah Hornby, probably the best sculler in that crew according to Ryan Domain. She's steering the boat, and then in front of her, calm, collected Tilly Byrne, the 18-year-old in the 2-seat of Headington. She's making the calls, and nothing phases her, and she won't be phased by being down on this Marlow quad. And then Lucy Pullinger, the experienced in the 3-seat, and Charlotte Baker, done so well to stroke this boat. And Headington now pressurising Marlow. You can see they've got the overlap, the vital overlap. There's probably about 500 or 600 metres to go. What do you reckon, Kath?
Oh, it's a great move from Headington, isn't it? I mean, they're really still looking pristine in the angles, very, very precise. And that's, of course, that's what they can do. They can get a technical advantage by working together. The question is, Marlow should have the gears. Can they go and find that another gear now they've been asked? I mean, it looks to me like they are. But for a while there, they sort of let Headington kind of attack them and just looked a little stodgy for a moment. And I think they're now making a decision that, yep, let's get that power going. But all credit, it's a great timing of the move by Headington there. Well,
the other thing, it's their conditions. You know, you generally say lighter crews like the tailwind. You know, the heavier crews have got to do the technique. And, you know, in a quadruple scull, you've got 8 blades going up and down. So, you know, potential for mistakes. Water's running out for Headington, but they are pressurising Marlow, and this is a great scull from the Oxford-based school.
Great learning for all of them out here. I mean, all so much talent, all on that great improvement curve that they are learning. And Headington, they're going to have another go. Can they take the red off and get more boat speed for it? Come on, Marlow, let's see what power is in there.
So Marlow in red on the right of your picture. Steve Redgrave's first rowing club, of course. Kath Bishop's club, you've heard her talk about it. The girls from Headington School in blue, just on the left of your picture, out of shot now, but the camera's concentrating on Marlow because I think the water is running out for the Headington charge. They are still charging past the progress board, but they can't quite get those bows further up the Marlow stern, and we're approaching the finish line. The water is going to run out for the Oxford-based school. Great little attacking scull for them in the second half, but the power of Marlow sees them through. They go through to the final of the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup from their rivals, Headington School.
Great row, and their confidence will have increased another notch, ready for the final.
And they're great mates, these two crews as well, so they know each other very well. All smiles from Lucy Pullinger in the Headington crew just before the start. Marlow made a difference, didn't they? Just coming through sort of 300 to 600 metres. There you see that push from Headington. They got close, and a finger in the air from the 17-year-old Daisy Bellamy. That's our race.